Oops, they did it again. Arcade1up is going to be delaying their virtual pinball games and maybe some of their cabinets again. Coming up next. Hey everybody, it's JDV here from EvilGeniusEntertainment.com. Thanks for stopping back in to the Game Shack. Well, only a few hours had passed since I posted my last video, and it had already gone out of date. And that's because in my last video, see it here, I talk about the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of new news on the virtual pinball front, and nothing new particularly about Arcade1up pinball game. That's not true anymore. I know a whole bunch of other people who, probably everybody who hasn't already gotten the Star Wars cabinet, everybody who pre-ordered that cabinet from GameStop got a notice saying that their pinball game would be delayed from February 12th to February 15th. I'm not sure what 72 hours does for the delivery cycles. I'm not sure why they would even bother to tell us that. I mean, they could have just billed us on the 12th and we would log on, okay. So it's kind of an interesting thing. It's really hard to see what those 3 days gives in terms of delivery when you think about how long these cabinets have, in theory, been in this country. But okay, we'll give them 3 days. What's the big deal? Of course, the real worry is that it's not going to be 3 days. It's going to be 30 days or 90 days or whatever. Some people are throwing the word vaporware around. I'm not quite there yet, but there are a lot of people who are very upset. Marvel owners have also gotten some conflicting emails from GameStop. I think first they said the 12th, now they're saying the 9th, but either way, they're looking at sometime in mid-March for those Marvel units. I have no idea if anybody's even gotten these Marvel units. I've seen no reviews on them at all, and so it's a little scary if you order that unit because they've been sending out conflicting emails in terms of delivery dates, and nobody has reviewed this machine that I can see. If you guys have seen a review of a production model of this show, please link it down below because I haven't and I can't find one. So hopefully you guys have seen it, and hopefully we get our Star Wars and Marvel pinball game sometime in mid-March, but you know, fingers crossed. But there's even worse news on the Arcade1up pinball front, and that is, and it really is spectacularly weird news, and that is that Arcade1up, well, specifically Best Buy, has told apparently everybody who was able to get their pre-orders in on that site for $600 for the Attack from Mars game, which, let's face it, that is the most coveted game of these three games, just because Attack from Mars is just such a sweet game, and the art on that cabinet is amazing. It's even better than the other two cabinets, which look pretty good in my opinion. But the Attack from Mars, a lot of people waited, did not order Star Wars, did not order Marvel because they were going to wait for Attack from Mars. And not only do we not have a new release date for Attack from Mars, but they have pulled all the pre-orders. Everybody who did get in a pre-order at Best Buy has now been told that those pre-orders are no good. They are canceled. Apparently, Best Buy has a policy whereby if the stock isn't going to be in their warehouses, within so many days of the announcement being made, they simply just pull it and they go, well, we're not going to deal with this anymore. It's unclear if it's simply because Best Buy is getting the machines at some point, but they, like everything else, has been delayed from Arcade1up, or if Arcade1up is just simply pulling the machines out of retail altogether and will just simply sell them on their website. All of this has brought down even more hate on them, and of course they had a lot of hate poured on them a week ago or so. But this is really bad. You have a lot of people on this channel and on other channels have said that they are canceling their orders because enough is enough. And I understand. I mean, this is really, it's one thing for delays. We understand delays. We don't understand lack of communication. That makes no sense, or an apology. I mean, it's literally free. You just, sorry guys, hopefully in the next month. Fingers crossed. Chinese New Year, COVID, stuff like that. But to cancel a pre-order, so you're there, you're watching that website all the time, you're watching all of the game channels, so you can pick up this information. You go there, you drop your credit card, you enter the thing, you're like, okay, I'm one of the few that was able, I'm one of the lucky ones, and now, nope, you're not. That's really, really hard on people. And again, there's been no explanation from Arcade1up about any of this. And add to that, I just watched Michael B., the Game Genie's live chat last night. Great job, Michael. As usual, it's a lot of fun to check out his live streams. Someone mentioned the fact that their pre-order for X-Men versus Street Fighter, the retailer they pre-ordered from is telling them they're not going to be getting those games into October. Now, Michael B. said, well, sometimes these retailers give the most conservative release dates ever so they don't get burned when the merchandise doesn't get there, a la what just happened at Best Buy. But if you have these retailers who have a very keen interest in, selling the stock that they say they have, if they say that, we're looking at October for one, again, a very coveted cab, what is going on over there at Arcade1up? I don't understand these. I mean, they had to know at a certain point that, certainly for that game, for X-Men versus Street Fighter, that there was going to be a lot of demand. They should have known that there was going to be a lot of demand for Attack from Mars. I mean, to me, that should have been clear all the way back at CES back in 2020. So I don't understand the lack of cabinets, except for this. And again, I have to give some props to AtGames, who is at least trying, and you can really see this now going back to Valentine's Day, where they're offering these machines on their websites. Okay, if you're a fan of this, if you're in the community, you know about this, you know about our fan day, we're going to reward that knowledge, and we're going to reward that loyalty by you ordering directly from us. We eliminate the middleman, and it comes straight for us. And that also means that they take on the responsibility for missed dates. When they have missed dates, as they had for shipments 1 through 3 on their pinball game, they've had to fess up and say, hey, this is our bad, we made a mistake, and this is what we're trying to do to fix it. They can't blame it on Best Buy or GameStop or Walmart or something like that. They're taking the personal responsibility, I guess, from doing it, and they're also developing the network that you have to have, the warehouses and all of that, to actually ship out those machines when they are finally available to ship. So by doing it, they have both started to create an infrastructure by which they can directly deliver their goods to the consumers by eliminating the middleman, and because they've done that, they also have to step up to the plate and tell us when things haven't gone right. Now, I just ordered the puck. I actually just got the hockey puck, the brains of their entire system. I just got that today. And so that's 8 or 9 days after I ordered it, and they send me, little updates and everything like that. Comes in a nice little cardboard box, nothing too fancy. But I got it. They kept me up to. I didn't have to mess around with anybody else. If something wrong happened, I would have to deal directly with them, for good or for worse. Right now, you have Arcade1up acting like, we don't know. We sold these games to Best Buy. We sold these games to GameStop. Ask them. Well, that's crazy. That is a ridiculous policy to have. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Ford Motor Company or GM. You can't. Our dealers, you fix that Pinto. No, you can't do that. You can't say, well, hey, Ford Mustang's coming out in January and then it comes out in June, and it's the dealer's fault. No, you can't do that. You cannot do that as a company. You cannot do that for fans who are really invested in some of this, and people who are, who have spent thousands of dollars with that company and given them time, made them the company that they are right now, is because of fans in this community. Yes, there's mom and pops that pick up the games at Walmart and all that, but that is not, people in this community are buying 5 and 6 cabinets from them. A lot of people have 10 cabinets from Arcade1up. So to treat their fans like this, I don't understand it. The delays are bad. I really have a hard time understanding why that X-Men game is going to be delayed till October. If that's true, could be pure bula. I don't know. But when you hear that on top, we know that Star Wars has been delayed 4 times now. Yeah, the 4th delay is only by 3 days, but again, I'm not sure the logic of even telling us why 72 hours. We know the Marvel thing is, where's that game at? And we know for a fact right now that Attack from Mars is probably not going to be available for any sort of wide, massive order, at least until the summertime. I mean, heck, we're almost into March right now. So March, April, May, end of May is the start of summer. So does anybody really think that 90 days that Arcade1up is going to have a huge amount of Attack from Mars available? Well, it's really hard to believe that right now. And I think more to the point, I think a lot of people are starting not to care. Put it this way, can you imagine if Arcade1up does not address this somehow? I know John D is the kind of the public face of the company, and I guess he's on leave right now or whatever. But somebody should say something. Issue out an email. Hey, call me. All right, I'll tell people. Call Michael B. Call P-Dubs. Call Detroit Love. Call somebody. Get Retro Ralph back in the fold. Say, hey, we'll try to smooth this over for us. But right now, just being quiet, just canceling orders without a word as to why is horrifically bad, in my opinion, for customer relations. I mean, it's bad, period, but to not talk about it is really bad. Now, yes, these are first world problems. Granted, okay, and this is, if we don't get our pinball games, we will go on. We'll either make our own or we'll get them from other companies, and a lot of people are doing that right now. We'll move on. But it is very odd to see a company that was so white hot, that was delivering so many nice products in a fashion where, yes, you could get them. Heck, they even came out with the second wave of Golden Axe when those ran out. Now they've ran out again, as far as I know. But if you really wanted to get in that Golden Axe cab, you could have. Right now, does anybody feel confident pre-ordering anything from Arcade1up? Unless I see it on a Walmart floor, and really unless it's on sale, it has to be a hard no for me right now. And I'm not as mad as some people are, but then again, I'm still hoping that I'm going to get my game on March 15th. Well, we'll see. All right, well, if you like this show, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me 2 thumbs down in rapid succession. Love each other, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the Game Shack. Mwah! Baby. Oops. Did it again? Shut up. Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.